You want neck tools? I got them. In this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite neck and back tools that help relieve tension, get out little muscle knots. So if that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. So my husband and I have a lot of neck tools, back tools, mobility tools, I guess you would call them, mobility balls. In fact, we have so many that we had a bin out one day and a friend came over and saw all of these plastic things and thought they were dog toys. And they were like, do you guys have a dog? And we don't. They are toys for us. So I'm going to talk about some of my favorite ones, some of the ones that I feel are most effective. Starting with a good old foam roller. We got this on Amazon. It is a very firm foam roller, not the real squishy kind. And this is perfect for laying on and opening up the chest. So when my neck is tight, when my shoulders are tight, I will lay on this thing and let my shoulders relax. Let me demonstrate. Oh, that feels good. I should be doing this more often. So with this, you want to make sure your spine is aligned. You might need to turn your hips up a little bit to take the curve out of your back, and just make sure your spine is flat against the foam roller. And then slowly let your arms open. I realize my arm is out of frame here, but don't force them to the floor. You kind of want to let them just sink to the floor. And then just rest, and try to breathe into it. And I can feel right now that this part of my chest and shoulder is super tight right now. But some people are so tight that it's really, really hard and it hurts them to do this. And in most cases, my understanding is it shouldn't. You should have that mobility in your neck and chest and shoulders. And to get more bang for your buck, you could just rest like this and meditate at the same time. Forget about all the stress. Forget about all the people pissing you off. Forget about all of the shoulds. Forget about how behind you are in Vlogmas. And just relax and breathe. Now, the other thing I like to use for opening up my chest and shoulders is a Pilates ball. And what I like about this is I can really get my neck to open up here. So I don't have one of those, I probably look ridiculous here. I don't have one of those machines or devices, what are they called? An inversion machine that turn you totally upside down. But if I want more sort of neck traction, I find that this is a nice way to do it gently for my neck. And get more of a stretch, and a different kind of stretch than I would on the foam roller. Oh. The other thing for sort of a back massage is this spiky thing. It almost looks like a torture device. But laying on this and sort of rolling over my upper back when things are just generally tight, or if I have knots, that can be very, very helpful. If I have a very, very specific sort of hot spot, as I do right now on my shoulder, this spiky ball is great. It also is very, very helpful for the foot. So rolling out the foot feels really, really good with this spiky ball. But I have this sort of tightness here behind my shoulder, so I would just lay down with it right under the spot that hurts and just relax over it. Next up is this guy. Now, this is more for cervical neck pain, which I used to suffer from terribly. I don't get it as much anymore. I don't have an issue with the cervical neck pain as much anymore. However, still occasionally when things feel a little bit caught, this can be helpful to lay on, and I'll find that, I'll get a few sort of cracks out of my neck. Not that cracking is supposed to be, ideal or it's really supposed to help something, but sometimes it does just feel like it loosens my neck and opens it up. Again, admittedly, I don't use this one as much anymore because I've really helped my cervical neck pain, and I made a video about that, and I'll leave a card here. But really just by changing my posture and making sure that I didn't have that forward neck position, that was really instrumental in preventing cervical neck pain. So I don't use this one as much anymore, but when I had that cervical neck pain, I used it a lot. And finally, I have this little guy. So this was given to me almost like as a stocking stuffer type present. And it's got a roller ball in kind of this base here. And I didn't necessarily think that I would use it as much as I do, but I would say I probably use this little guy more than all of these combined, because I do tend to get a lot of tension in the face and the scalp and the neck. And this is especially good for neck tension that is happening in the front of the neck. So it's really good to kind of roll out these tight muscles around here. Sometimes if I feel a tension headache coming on, which is related to, I think, just, you know, maybe working at a computer too much or just general face tension, I'll roll out my scalp, and it feels really, really good to do that. And that can help kind of prevent a tension headache from coming on. So I will travel with this. I always take this in my suitcase. This is incredibly, incredibly helpful. But that is the collection of my favorite neck tools. I would love to know in the comments what yours are. If you have any recommendations, please leave a comment below. But if you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like it and share it and all that jazz, and happy Vlogmas. Thanks so much.